Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Welcome to this session on 26/9/2022 newspaper. As you are aware, Sundays we won't be doing it because editorial and other issues will be extremely less. So let's quickly get into today's newspaper and anything important beyond the newspaper, I will be helping you out. So guys, we understand that the number of articles sometimes will be extremely less. So that's how you eliminate and reduce the time of your preparation. So I'm reading every article and trying to see what is important and what is not. And if any point is important, I'll explain you that you can keep it in your mind so that we can use them at different areas, but not necessary that for everything we are going to make notes unnecessarily. Some people were asking for Russia, Ukraine, and all. So, yes, I'll give you proper notes. I'll have a proper video separately for individual issues over a period of time. So that, once we get that information, because Russia, Ukraine is not yet over, and whatever the video I do now will be previous. So, let us wait. So, once a significant thing comes up, it is easy for us to make notes. So guys, let's quickly enter into the topic. 92 MLAs in Rajasthan threaten to resign if Sachin Pilot is made chief minister. So guys, this is all about Rajasthan Congress and internal politics. So not required, guys. Nitish Lalu tried to find common ground for Congress, other parties. So basically, when all the parties met, they did not invite Congress. So Nitish and Lalu Prasad Yadav is trying to bring some sort of alliance between them. President Murmu on a 3-day visit to Karnataka for Mysore Dasara, guys. So Mysore Dasara has started in the sense, the preparations and all. 108 ambulance services hit across Karnataka. SM Krishna hospitalized with respiratory infection. So I hope you understand there is nothing that is important which is non-political in the news. Now, soft power, the new race every country wants to win. So guys, this is for international relations and also political science. PSA are optional. Now, what exactly is this? Actually, I don't want you to read them because it is given by an assistant professor and also a student. Now, when these people write articles, it will be mostly negative, but the term soft power and all is extremely important for you. So, just that particular brief I'll give you. Now, guys, if United States of America calls India, Europe, Australia, Japan, or someone and ask for some request, US will do for sure, or these countries will do for US for sure. Why? Because they believe US will support them in future. Similarly, you take the case, India is giving money to Sri Lanka during the crisis. When the world is not talking to Israel, India is ensuring that the world community recognize and talk to Israel. Recently, when Japanese Prime Minister died, India saw it as violence against its own country member, and gave respect to him. See, such a beautiful, like what do you call as presentations. Now, people of Japan, when they look at it, they feel very happy about us. And whenever any Japanese government want to give something to India, they will not oppose it. For example, today, Russia has attacked Ukraine. From several years, Russia is helping us. During 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, there was a fear that when India attacks Pakistan, China may enter into the war. At that point of time, India went to Russia, signed a treaty of friendship with Russia. And according to that, Russia told if anyone attacks India, we will attack them back. So that made no country to attack India, and India attacked Pakistan. Now, when we look at it today, when Russia attacks Ukraine, the world wants India to condemn. The world wants India and all its supporters to criticize Russia. But India is not willing to do because it is not about friendship, it is about what Russia has done to us and what India has done to Russia. So, this is called soft power. So, when one country has support from another country, not because of your military power, someone is not scared of you, someone is not scared of your economic power, but they are coming closer to you because of soft power. So, soft power basically means if I say something as a faculty, people who like me, if they follow, then it is soft power, right? So, this concept of soft power was introduced in 1980s by a person called Joseph Nye. And in this article, they say sports as soft power. These people try to argue that if our medal tally increases in Tokyo Olympics, like in CWG and all, then people outside start liking us. There will be some sort of soft power. And they give a case where, like, when China got medals and when it was asked in France, people in France felt good about it. So that means soft power of China is spreading. But there is no significant proof for this that sports can help in soft power, but sports can strengthen soft power. For example, people of Afghanistan are given what we call as like scholarship, money, everything by India. But Pakistan is the main culprit in Afghanistan affairs. Afghanistan doesn't like Pakistan, at least people, whereas they love India because of what India has done. Now, recently, when there was a cricket match, when Pakistan was defeated by India, people of Afghanistan started kissing the TVs and all. And when India lost, like there were incidents where they broke TVs. So, this is where we must understand that soft power not only helps countries' relations but also people to people relations. So, when India tries to support Pakistan during floods, when India tries to support Pakistan during FATF talks, then that will make Pakistan people to feel, see, India is helping us, we should also help them. So these are all certain soft power aspects that they discuss, guys. Not required, so don't worry. Violent front. The PFI invokes the constitution and engages in violence at the same time. So they are talking about, like, recently NIA has cracked it down and arrested more than 100 liters of PFI in the name of terrorism that has made the group to fight back. So the article is talking about that. Next is a ground plan for India's reformed multilateralism. What is the meaning of this? See, guys, recently, I think on Saturday, I was discussing with you about India wants to be a member of United Nations Security Council. And along with other G4 countries, India is planning to ensure that our presence is there in Security Council and we get veto power. This is very, very important for us because if India can get this, then our stature at the international level increases enormously, and we will also be having significant, I'm sorry, we will also be having significant influence on the world community. Now, when you look at it, why is United Nations important? See, guys, what is the role of United Nations Security Council? The main ambition is to maintain peace and stability. But even after that, there is Russia's war on Ukraine. This itself is a clear indication that UN is not able to safeguard it. So, United Nations must reinvigorate and ensure that it would become stronger, at least in terms of war and other crises. It may be with respect to pandemic, it may be with respect to inflation, it may be with respect to helping the people. United Nations must be working hard. And India's presence is not only at United Nations, but we are part of several organizations which they have given in the last one. So don't worry about it, guys. Not so important article. I just explained you what's given there. India Inc. needs a neurodiverse workplace. Not so important, guys. I'll just tell what is this neurodiversity. Neurodiversity in the workplace refers to including people with neurodivergent conditions such as attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, autism spectrum disorders, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, and Asperger syndrome. So it says that in our companies there must be scope for these type of people as well. This recently Vedanta company shifted from Maharashtra to Gujarat. So it is talking about that particular article. Midday meal related food poisoning cases at 6-year peak. CAG audits blame poor infrastructure, insufficient inspections, irregular licensing, and limited reporting. Because this is very important article. This facts will help you to write several answers when it comes to social justice, guys. So you write below midday meal scheme, social justice midday meal scheme. Below this you write food poisoning. Food poisoning is one of the major problem is one of the major problem with respect to midday meal program. 979 victims 979 victims were reported in 2022, and in the last 13 years in the last 13 years more than 9,000 students more than 9,000 students are affected by food poisoning. Karnataka records most number of cases. Yes, Karnataka, Telangana, Odisha, Bihar, it's extremely high. You write below the main intention of the main intention of midday meals midday meals is to help achieve food security achieve food security and also address undernutrition and overnutrition problems. But these type of incidents but this type of incidents clearly indicate clearly indicate that it is not in the right direction. CAG report, this Comptroller and Auditor General, CAG report blames poor infrastructure, insufficient inspections, irregular licensing, and limited reporting as problems. So guys, next, two militants killed in encounter near LOC in Jammu Kashmir, Kupwara. Not required. Non-oil exports to UAE up 14% after trade deal. Surge 3% globally. See guys, Recently, India went for bilateral free trade agreement with UAE, where India said that we will have the agreement and we will export and import goods. After that, Indian exports has increased by 14%, which means the deal is working effectively. Fine. This I want you to write, guys. In international relations, free trade agreements, free trade agreements. I think recently while talking about geoeconomics, you wrote some points. There only you can add. So you can write there India's bilateral India's bilateral free trade agreements and economic agreements has more benefits than multilateral. For example, India's non-oil exports grew by grew by 14% after bilateral agreement. So guys, this is Dal Lake. Rohtagi decline centers offer not required. Fighter jet strength depleting. IAF expedites Su-30 fleet modernization. I'm sorry guys, I had some issue today, so there is some disturbance. Sorry for that. Fighter jet strength depleting. IAF expedites Su-30 fleet modernization. Is the meaning of this is modernization when we do, it will be very helpful because Sukhoi 30 and all, when we try to upgrade them, it will be able to fight in the new environments that we are looking at. So recently US went for upgradation of F-16 to Pakistan. So we must be looking at it in a proper manner. Labor cost edge may dissipate due to tech shifts. So the meaning of this is as automation is coming, as you can see artificial intelligence and all, labor cost edge. The meaning of this is some countries have less labor cost like China, because of which companies will go there, and in case if artificial intelligence and all start coming effectively, then that edge will not be there is what the article is trying to tell us. Punjab governor left parties, UP government. Very premature to comment on India getting UN Security Council veto, says Jaishankar. Guys, it's not easy to become a member mainly because every country has to support it and there are many oppositions. But we are trying our best. And remember, in most of the cases, India is always neutral. India neither supports Russia nor supports Ukraine. Now, even if India is part of United Nations Security Council, we might have not voted against Russia. So, what is the use of becoming UN Security Council member? Some European countries ask this. If you want to remain neutral, stay outside. So, India normally argues back by saying that, will you take stance in every case? No. So, there are many cases when people abstain. So, it's not wrong to abstain. But India should be given a position so that it can represent the voice of developing countries. So we need to wait and watch because he is just trying to tell it will take time. Mamta flays opposition. Mamta Banerjee has changed a lot. Guys, amid protests by thousands, it is about the rape case. Chandigarh plans to accelerate adoption of electric vehicles. Just read once, guys. It will be helpful to write, but how cities are bringing electric vehicle policy to ensure that the pollution is reduced. So this is business, not so important, guys. World, Chinese Communist Party picks National Congress delegates. China is giving more power to Jai, whereas people were saying that Xi Jinping is under house arrest. In Italy, political parties associated with Second World War is coming back. No leniency woes Iran's judiciary chief. So, guys, these are all the important issues that we discussed. Sorry for the day. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.